Hello everybody, it's me, GhostCritic. It's Wednesday, it's New Comic Book Day, and I'm here to show you what was on my pull list. Thank you for joining me. There's not a lot to say this week. I had my comic book review video up on the Monday instead of the Sunday this week. I don't know if it's just because it was a bank holiday or people just prefer it to go up on a Monday, because I got a lot more views a lot more quickly than the ones that I put up on a Sunday. I don't know if that's a thing, or it was just the fact that it was a bank holiday and people had time to watch it. I don't know. But for now I'm going to be sticking with the Sunday as often as I can. Friday, this coming Friday, it's meant to be my monthly pop culture, what I've been watching, reading, and listening to for the past month. I don't know if I'm going to get round to it yet, because I don't know, I'm just not in the mood to do it right now. Perhaps it'll change tomorrow and I can get one out for uploading on Friday. We'll just have to see. I'm just in a bit of a funk right now, and there's no real reason for it. It's just one of those times of life. I don't know. Anyway, you don't want to hear about my problems. You want to see what comic books I picked up. And it was a big stack this week. Partly my fault, I guess, because they kept adding a couple. But there was still quite a lot on my pull list this week. I've got about 12 books, so let's crack on. Just one from DC this week, and it's one of those Hanna-Barbera DC crossover stories, one-shot deals, and I only got it because I was collecting the Super Sons title anyway that just ended last week, and it is written by Peter Tomasi. It's Super Sons with Dynamite and the Blue Falcon. These one-shots, if you're actually interested in the characters, are usually quite a lot of fun. I didn't collect many from the past run, so because of that pure reason, none of the characters and the team-ups really appealed to me that much. But obviously with Super Sons being in this one, I wanted to pick that up. 4 from Marvel this week, issue 28 of Colin Bunn's X-Men Blue, and we are still on this Cry Havoc storyline. Oh my goodness, is it ever going to end? If I recall from the last issue, Magneto escaped by using his time platform, so he's disappeared somewhere. Who knows where he's going to go back to or forward to, but I'm guessing that has some going to have some effect on what is going on presently with this Mother Vine storyline, which just reeks of that Inhumans Terrigen Mists storyline from not so long back, with the Inhumans and speeding up mutations, etc. But it's fun enough. I'm not drastically hating it and wanting to drop it, but it's not very original right now. I am loving Matthew Rosenberg's The Punisher, issue number 225 out this week. The last issue made my pick of the week, which I think surprised myself and probably a few others, but it was a great entertaining comic. I love it when the Punisher goes up against a whole heap of, I mean in this case it's superheroes, but people who are of a much higher level power than he is, and how he manages to either escape, win, or at least come out without dying. The ingenuity of Frank Castle just knows no ends, and obviously with him having the War Machine armour just makes it all that much more fun. Of course, he's never going to get to keep this armour for that much longer, and this is probably what this storyline is going to end up doing, ridding him of that armour. But I'm having a load of fun with this, and I'm so glad that the Punisher is now what I wanted when it did eventually come back. I feel like this has missed a month. I don't know, or maybe I've just been longing for the next issue for too long. But it's Chip Zdarsky's Marvel 2-in-1, The Thing and the Human Torch, issue number 6, part of the Fate of the Four storyline. Dimension hopping, different versions of your favourite Marvel characters, all that good stuff. I love it. It's fun, it's bright, it's full of adventure, a little bit of the Zdarsky humour in there, but not too much. And obviously, this is clearly a lead up to what we now know is the Fantastic Four coming back in their own title. We think there are things a-brewing, I hear, but we'll see. But this is great. This is a fantastic book. No pun intended. It's just a joy to read, full of imagination. Issue 603 of Daredevil, another Charles Soule written book. What happened last time? Oh yes, they went to the police HQ because it was getting taken over by the Hand, and then they found this big hole going from the top to the bottom, and everyone had disappeared. We still don't really know the reason why the Hand and it looks like the Beast, one of the new kind of Daredevil blind spot villains, reasoning for doing this, apart from blind spot is blaming himself for it all, but I think there's something more going on, and Charles Soule is slowly leaking it all out. But really enjoying Daredevil at the moment. Rest of the books this week are Image, and what a stack of Image books we have for you. Issue 35 of David Lapham's Stray Bullets, Sunshine and Roses. Who knows what you're going to get when you open up an issue of this. It very rarely follows on from the last issue, so there's not a great deal that I can say apart from I don't know why anyone hasn't been picking this up, because it's hilarious. David Lapham's storytelling on this is just fantastic. He has a path and he takes it, however meandering it goes, it always comes back and it all makes sense, and I love him for it. He's doing really well on this, and I'm glad I've kept going with this despite the fact I thought it was probably only going to last maybe 12 issues at the most, and look at this, we're double and over. But good stuff. Issue number, where are we? 52 of Saga. Can't quite remember what happened in the last issue. I think it was the whole King Robot, and he's going to some sort of kind of witness protection plan, and they're going to look completely different. I don't remember. It's not awful. But that's kind of how I feel with Saga right now. When I read it, yes, it's good, it's okay, it's strong, it's not fantastic like it used to be. But when I come to the next issue, I've instantly forgotten pretty much what happened in the last issue, which is which isn't right, really. Come on now. Or maybe it's just my old memory. This definitely hasn't been around for a while, I'm sure, but I'm glad it is, because I love this book and I love this writer-creator. It's Jeff Lemire's Royal City, issue number 11. I believe this is wrapping up. This isn't an ongoing per se, and I think this has a finite end from what I'm seeing, which is a shame, but this kind of story really does lend itself to, you know, a beginning, a middle and an end. It's not one that goes on forever and ever. I don't know how many more issues this has got to go, but I wouldn't have thought there was that many. So wait for trade if you haven't already been picking this up, or if you're feeling adventurous, go out and find the back issues of this, because this is a fantastic character driven piece with small elements of fantasy thrown in there, a little bit of a supernatural vibe, but at the end of the day it's about this dysfunctional family trying to get through life after the loss of a sibling, a son, a brother. But great stuff, always very emotional, and I just love this book. The last issue in its present state is Greg Rucka and Michael Lark's Lazarus, issue 28, finishing off this two-part story with, is his name David? I want to say it's David, it's not, is it? It's Jonah, that's it, Jonah Carlyle. He presumed dead, but is alive, and he's trying to kind of forge a new life on the outskirts. Changed his name, but you know, people are nosy. We'll see how this all wraps up here. After this issue, I think it takes another big, huge break, and then it's going to come out semi-regularly, I think, in a bigger format, with more articles and kind of discussion pages at the back, along with extra pages of comic book as well. Who knows what I'll be doing when this comes back, if it's something I want to be picking up. I'm guessing it's a higher price tag on it, but I have really enjoyed this book, despite the fact that Greg Rucka has blocked me on Twitter. Who knows why. Issue number 19 of Ed Brubaker, Sean Phillips and Elizabeth Brightvice, Kill or Be Killed, the wonderful Kill or Be Killed. This is another fantastic pulp noir kind of book, but set in the present day. The net is tightening around our main character Dylan. We had the detective in the last issue starting to put the pieces together, and following leads to the point where I think she pretty much knows the deal now, and obviously where Dylan is, and how is that going to play out. I cannot wait to read this book. I've loved it from the beginning. I've loved the element of the supernatural, the demonic part of it that may or may not still be true. I don't think we've really got a definitive stamp on that yet, but I'm along for the ride until this ends, which again, it's another book that's finishing very soon. I'm going to have nothing left on my pull list. And here's another one that I know is ending very soon. Descender, Jeff Lemire books are dropping like flies. Issue number 30. We are coming to the end of this wonderful sci-fi saga epic that we've had over the last few years. I thought this was a fantastic look at a sci-fi genre with AI and robots against humans and all manner of alien beings in between. Just fantastic stuff. This will be a sad day to see this go, but I'll have 30 odd issues to read back and just enjoy again and again. But it'll be a shame to see this one go. Finally, it's Brian K. Vaughan and Marcus Martin's Barrier, issue number 5, the final part. This is apparently 50 pages worth of comic books in here, hence the larger price tag. I think I said this in previous videos, because I haven't actually talked about this. I will perhaps, no promises, do a separate video about the whole thing, and talk about my feelings of this kind of 5-issue mini-series that came out digitally a couple of years ago now, and has just made it to print. But I've been enjoying it, I think. That's all I'm going to give you for now. And there are my books this week, and there is a lot to get through, so I'm hoping to have read them all by Sunday and be able to throw out a video for you, giving you all my thoughts, opinions on those. If you're new to my channel and you don't want to miss out on that, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, give this video a big thumbs up, and comment down below if you're new. Tell me how you found me, what you collect, what you picked up this week, anything you want to really, and I'll reply to you as soon as I can. Thank you all for watching. I will bid you adieu. Have a good new comic book day. Bye bye.